All right, so we're gonna react to this one live together, okay? Because I haven't read this one all the way through, but when I saw the headline, I was like, oh my God, this is gonna be fun. We absolutely have to do it. And as we know about Donald Trump, everything that comes out of his mouth is either a lie or it's projection or it's confession. I mean, when this dude says stuff like, Kamala Harris is a very low IQ individual, she's just not a smart person. Of course, he's talking about himself because we saw the clear disparity between Kamala Harris and Donald Trump on the debate stage, which is why he wouldn't debate her again. He didn't even do the CNN town hall. He only goes to his safest of safe spaces. And as we've discussed, the only real reason that he won't shut up about CBS in 60 Minutes, this dude is suing them for $10 billion. That's as frivolous gets. Is it? I mean, that is literally the epitome of a frivolous court case because that ain't going nowhere in court. Okay, because I mean, where do you even get that number from in the first place? $10 billion. That's what it did. He just pulled it out of his ass. And he tried to do this with Michael Cohen, $500 million. But then when it came to the depositions and all that, he was like, oh, no, I'm not going to show up because there's no case. He's not going to win this. And at the end of the day, all this is a deflection from the fact that he didn't do the 60 Minutes interview. And that's all it is. Like Donald, he's unbelievably pathetic. But now we're gonna get into this and read what he had to say about Mark Cuban, and he made quite a lengthy post as usual. So he calls him apparently an unattractive and major loser, a very insecure guy. Again, projection, because Donald Trump is the epitome of insecurity. There's nothing going on in that man's brain but insecurity and rage. So let's check it out. Former President Donald Trump tore into fellow billionaire Mark Cuban on Thursday, calling him unattractive, a major loser, and criticizing his golf skills. Okay, now we got Trump ripped Cuban after the former Shark Tank co host said that Donald Trump, you never see him around strong, intelligent women ever. It's just that simple. They're intimidating to him. He doesn't like to be challenged by them. Very true. I mean, look, no debate number two with Kamala Harris because it just would have went the same. Because Donald Trump, not only is he incredibly stupid, but he's very lazy and he's uninterested. He has no curiosity about the world around him. So just would have gone the exact same. Now, the part that we've all been waiting for, let's go ahead and get into what he says. He said, Mark Cuban, a really dumb guy who thinks he's hot stuff, but he's absolutely nothing, is now out there saying that I don't surround myself with strong women. Actually, he is very wrong. I surround myself with the strongest of women, with the understanding that all women are great, whether strong or not strong. This guy is such a fool. He's constantly on television being critical, and only for the reason that I turned him out completely while president, because he called incessantly. I told him, very pointedly, look, Mark, I've got a lot of things to do. I. He's a 12-year-old. Okay, I'm sorry. We're going to continue. I told him very pointedly, look, Mark, I've got a lot of things to do. I just can't be taking so many pointless calls from you. In any event, that affected him greatly because he's a very insecure guy and a major loser. Always has been and always will be. Nobody likes him, nobody respects him, and he's unattractive both inside and out. He should go back to talk with the person he was forced to support because I didn't want it lying. He said, because I didn't want it lying Kamala Harris. Also, he's got no club head speed. This guy's almost 80 years old. And again, one tune. There's not, one of the most interesting things about him is like Donald Trump is such a beautiful example of somebody who has never undergone any personal growth. I don't remember who it was that he was speaking with, but if you recall, um, at one point, I think I don't know if it was a religious group or something, but they asked him, like if he ever does any inflection to get any insight about himself. Does he ever look inward? And he literally said, no, I don't do that because I don't know if I like what I find. I mean, Donald Trump's entire world would implode if for 5 minutes he had to really sit with himself. He doesn't sit with himself. He doesn't acknowledge himself. It's always everybody else's fault, no matter all the bankruptcies, all the people he's ripped off, all the court cases that he's lost. It doesn't matter. He knows he's going to lose the election, so he's going to. We caught them cheating big in Pennsylvania, so that he can lay the groundworks to deny. But again, just an individual with absolutely no insight whatsoever. Can you imagine what it would be like to be like that? I certainly don't envy the man. But yeah, that was just a hilarious rant because again, everything he said about Mark Cuban, of course, was about himself. Hey now. Thank you so much for tuning in here at Politics and Paper. If you like what I do and you support my work, go ahead and subscribe. I greatly appreciate it and really helps to support what we do here.